Our next respected guest is also a Member of Parliament, Ed Davey, Member of Parliament. Ed is a Member of Parliament for Kingston and Surbiton and is also the Minister for Employment Relations, Consumer and Postal Affairs. In the past, Ed has also been Economic Affairs spokesman and also the Deputy in the Treasury with responsibilities for public spending and taxation policy. Ed is a very good and strong supporter of the Jamaat and has attended many local events, including the Peace Conference and our recent charity walk. He has keen interest in foreign affairs and is always ready to help the Jamaat, especially on the issues of human rights and community safety. I am very happy that he is able to join us this afternoon, and I request him to say a few words.
Assalamu alaikum. It's a great honor to be here with you at your annual convention again. It's also a great honor to be a constituency MP representing a thriving and healthy Ahmadiyya community in Kingston and Surbiton. I've been grateful for their help and advice, and it's a privilege to work with you. I bring a message from the Deputy Prime Minister. You can see the coalition is working closely together today. And the Deputy Prime Minister, the Right Honourable Nick Clegg, the leader of the Liberal Democrats, asked me to read a brief message to you today. I would like to send my personal greetings to everyone at this year's annual convention of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Association. I know from my Liberal Democrat colleagues, Lord Eric Avebury, Simon Hughes and Edward Davey, the invaluable work done by the community. From your tireless work for the cause for peace, to your impressive fundraising for charity, Ahmadiyya Muslims show how they live their faith, enriching our society, our country and our world. I also know that your community faces its own challenges, including discrimination, intolerance and indeed persecution. As a leader of a Liberal Democrat Party that has always struggled for human rights and international peace, justice and security, we will always stand with you in solidarity when you face these problems. Working together to improve the world, guided by principles such as yours, love for all, hatred for none. Thank you, and my best wishes for a successful convention, Nick Clegg. I wanted to join with the other speakers with just a few reflections of my own on the importance of freedom for religion, freedom of individual belief. 2 years ago, I was taken on a trip to Auschwitz to see the execution camps where the Nazis murdered millions of Jewish people for their beliefs. It was on a plot of land not dissimilar to the size of Oakland's farm where we are today for the convention. And when you saw the factory of death that had been set up those decades ago, one reflected on why. Why would human beings want to do this to other human beings? Many scholars and academics had thought about this over the years. And they developed the theory of genocide, the theory of the 8 steps to genocide. How initially, in the hearts of an individual human being, hatred can take root, and how that individual can then treat other people, and how that moves on to become widespread within a community, and then in a country, and then against a particular group, a minority group. And in that thinking, I think we should reflect on how, even after that Holocaust, we still find so many examples around the world of individuals, communities and faith groups being discriminated against and persecuted. And whether it's what we learn from the events in Oslo, and all those young people were murdered by an individual claiming to do it in the name of his faith, Christianity. Rather strange, I'm a Christian, and the teachings of Lord Jesus Christ, one of his major teachings is love thy neighbor as thyself. It is impossible to see in the murders of those young people those teachings. And then I reflect on what your community faces in Pakistan, in Indonesia and in other countries around the world, and I regret to say in some communities in this country too. And we need to make sure that governments, politicians, that people of faith stand up against such intolerance, indeed persecution. It cannot be right when a government doesn't allow a group of faith believers in their country not to have the right to vote because of their faith. That cannot be right. It cannot be right to deny passports and citizenship to a group of people because of their faith. And so we must work together as people of faith, as people who believe in the right for people, the individual, to have their individual faith. We must work together constantly, learning from the past, striving for a better future, to make sure that such intolerance is not accepted. That's why your teachings of love for all, hatred for none could not be more relevant in today's society. I salute you for what you do in making that a reality here. And I and my colleagues of all political parties, I am sure, will wish to work with you into the future to make sure we have a country, we have a democracy, we have a world where love for all and hatred for none is truly accepted. Thank you very much.
Nare Takbir! MP Edward Davey!
Thank you very much, Ed.